Circle time makes learning fun. Circle time makes learning fun. Circle time makes learning fun. Come sing and dance, everyone now. Yay! Good morning. How are you? How are you, friends? My name's Miss Monica. What's your name? Oh, well, I'm so happy you came to Circle Time today. Oh, did you hear that? Listen, listen. Put on your listening ears. I think I hear our good morning train coming. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. The good morning train is coming. The good morning train is coming. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing red. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing purple. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends. All of our friends wearing yellow. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing white. Hello. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing blue. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing black. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends. All of our friends wearing orange. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing pink. Hello. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing gray. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends wearing brown. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to our friends. All of our friends wearing green. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. And we'll say hello to everyone that's come to Circle. Choo, choo. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Circle Time. I am so happy you're here today. Oh, my friends, we have so much to do. But first, I need to find my pointer, my Circle Time pointer. Oh, are you ready to review? Oh, are you ready to learn and have fun?
Yay!
Yay! Me too. Oh, I wonder, what day is it today? Do you know? Oh, will you help me find out? How about we sing the days of the week? Remember, when we sing days of the week, you can clap your hands, you can snap your fingers, or you can just sing whatever you choose. Get ready, get ready. Here we go. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. One more time. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Now, let's find out what day it is today. Let's go back to our board. Yesterday was Tuesday. Let's go to the next day. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday. Can you say Wednesday? Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday all day long. Yes, today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday all day long. Yes! Yes, my friends, today is Wednesday. Will you help me read the sentence? Okay, here we go. Today is Wednesday. Thank you for helping me. Oh, friends, I was looking out the window and I was wondering, what's the... What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the I'll give you some time so you can take a peek out your window and come back and tell me what you see. Here we go. Hello, are you back? Wonderful. What did you see? What's the weather where you live? Oh, really? Well, thank you for sharing what the weather is where you live. Oh, I would like to take a turn. How about we find out what the weather is here, where the Circle Time classroom is? Oh, Bear Bear. Hello,
Hi,
Bear
Miss
Bear.
Monica. Good morning, friends.
What's the weather where we are? Oh, friends, is it raining out today?
No.
Ooh, is it a sunny day today?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's a sunny day. Thank you for helping. Thanks, Bear Bear. Bye. You all are such great helpers. And now it's time to find out what our letter of the week is. Are you ready?
Yay!
Drum roll, please. It's A. Letter A. Uppercase A and lowercase a. Every letter makes a sound, and A says ah. Ah. Can you say ah? Ah. Astronaut. A for astronaut. Ooh, I think there's another one. Apple. A for apple. Oh, I think there's another one coming. Alligator. A for alligator. Oh, I have a great idea. How about we go to the arts and crafts area, and we create something with letter A? We can do an activity. Would you like to come?
Yay!
All right, here we go. Come on, everyone. We made it. Yes, we are here in our arts and crafts area. It's time for a table activity. Today, we are going to decorate letter A. Letter A. This is uppercase A and lowercase a. But today, we're just going to decorate uppercase A. So, let me show you what you need. Are you ready? Wonderful. Okay, here we go on the count of 3. I'm going to take out all of our materials. Will you help me count? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, here's everything we need. Oh, my friends, let me tell you what we have, okay? I'll put my pointer down first because I don't need it any longer. Okay, friends, we are going to decorate uppercase A. And look what I already created. I use pom-poms to decorate, and I use tissue paper, which I use to crunch, crunch, crunch. So today, I really want you using those fingers either to pick up pom-poms, you just squeeze them and put them on your letter A, or you can use tissue paper and crunch, crunch, crunch. Tissue paper looks like this. You can cut pieces, or if you already have pieces that are small, you can use that. Just like this. And once you pick up one piece with those fingers, I want you to crunch, 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 crunch. And then we're going to glue the tissue paper onto letter A, just like I did here. See that? And I want you to try the same. So you'll need a cutout letter A, but if you can't cut out letter A, you can also just get a piece of construction paper. Let's move these to the side. Okay? You can also just get a piece of construction paper, a pencil, and you can draw letter A on your piece of paper. And you can decorate that as well. So let me draw, or actually write my letter A. And adults, whoever's helping the children, you can actually write the letter A and let them trace on top. And the same thing when it comes to cutting, you can write the letter A again and guide them with cutting. Of course, it depends on where they are with their scissor skills. So I'm going to write my letter A on the piece of paper. Uppercase A, straight line to the side, and another line to this side, and go to the middle, and a straight line across. Whoa, there it is. Letter A, okay? So again, if you can't cut out your letter A, you can write letter A on a piece of paper. That works as well. Any color you have, okay? So I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm going to practice and focus on decorating this letter A. Are you ready? So before we decorate, we'll need some glue. So I'll be using stick glue. You can use whatever glue you have. If you have liquid glue, you can use that too. With the stick glue, you do have to use a lot. Now, whoever's helping you at home, I want you to make sure you ask them, do we have everything we need? And if you don't have something, you use what you have. Tissue paper, you can use newspaper, you can use magazine paper, anything you have. Adults, I really would love for the children to practice crunch, crunch, crunching, using those fingers to crunch, 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 and squeeze. So whether they're using pom-poms or tissue paper, they should be taking their fingers and squeezing and then putting it down on the glue, onto their A, okay? All right, here we go. So I'm starting with this letter A. Now I want you to practice opening your glue by yourself. So if you are using a stick glue, you just pull the top off just like that. If you're using liquid glue, someone can show you how to turn your top. Stick glue, just pull it off just like that, okay? And then you roll it up. You have to roll and roll. So you're turning it at the bottom. Turn until it rolls up. And then you're ready to put some glue on your letter A. So start on one side first, okay? Because you'll need some time with your tissue paper. How about I take some tissue paper out first, put it next to me so it's close by. You can do the same. Today I'm using lots of different shades of purple. I'm using different shades of purple. And pink too, I guess. This looks a little pink. Maybe, is it pink or is it purple? Let's see. Oh, here goes purple. This is deep purple. This is a deep purple here. Okay, so I think I'm almost ready. There we go. Yay! I'm just taking my tissue paper apart. There's so many pieces, and they're all stuck together. So you get all of the things you need. And if you're using tissue paper from a gift box or anything from shipping, you can also cut it into smaller pieces, okay? The smaller the pieces, the easier it is for the children to crunch, crunch, crunch. We are crunching, 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 and crunch, 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 okay? All right. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more thing you can use just in case you don't have any pom-poms, tissue paper, newspaper, or magazine paper. Guess what? You can use confetti. You can use confetti or any type of squiggly paper or pieces of paper. You can cut them into small strips, and once they get the confetti, they can even crunch, crunch, crunch. Here goes, crunch, crunch, crunch the confetti. And they're just using their fingers to crunch, 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 and squeeze into smaller pieces, okay? So this is an option too, woo! Okay, that's an option too. Yay, confetti! All right, I'm going to start with my tissue paper. So I have my glue, roll it up. And then I'm going to start on one side. Remember, we're doing uppercase A. A says ah, A says ah. All right, so you're going to take your glue and you just start at the top and you go down, go back to the top and go down, and again, back to the top and down. We're going to do this at least 5 times. I want you to get a good amount of glue on one side, okay? And then once you have all of that glue, look at that. Now it's time to cover it with your tissue paper. So you take your piece and crunch, 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 and then tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. And again, crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Now adults, you may see the children using 2 fingers, or not 2 fingers, I should say, using 2 hands to crunch, crunch, crunch their paper, and that is fine as well, okay? That is fine. The more practice they have, they'll be able to just use 1 hand and just crunch, crunch, crunch. But it's okay for them to use 2 and ball it up and crunch, crunch, crunch and squeeze and then tap, tap, tap. So I'm going to use all the tissue paper I have. So you can get started once you're ready. Crunch, 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 tap, 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 crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Don't forget to crunch, crunch, crunch. You're squeezing it into a small, almost like a small little ball. Like this, crunch, crunch, crunch. You can use your 2 hands if you have to. Okay, and tap, tap, tap. We need to cover all the glue. Cover all the glue. Tap, tap, tap. We are decorating letter A, decorating letter A. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And then we tap, tap, tap. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And keep on going. You see, I'm using 2 different colors for this one. You use whatever you have, okay? Whatever you have. Crunch, 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 and tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Oh, there we go. And there you have it. Look at that side. It's already complete. Whoa! I'm ready for the next side. Are you ready? And the same thing I'm doing here, you can do on your sheet of paper that you wrote letter A on, in case you're using something like this, okay? You're doing the same thing. And even on this one, you just can put the glue down the side and let them just follow the line. Same thing. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, and now I need to put glue on the other side. Now I'm going to turn my A towards me so that way I can see it. And I'm ready to start at the top and go down and back to the top and go down. And again, this is the 3rd time. Go down and again, 4. And one more time, 5. There we go. Now I'm ready. I'll turn it back so you can see my A. And I'm going to take some more tissue paper. I need some more. Okay, here we go. When you're ready, you keep on going. You get started. Crunch, 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 and tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, 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 and crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Don't forget, crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, 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 and squeeze that tissue paper. And again, crunch, 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 and squeeze the tissue paper. Now, if you're using pom-poms, let me show you what you can do with the pom-poms. I'll probably put pom-poms in the middle. Yes, when I get to the middle, I'm going to show you how to use the pom-poms. Now, if you're using stick glue and you're using pom-poms, you'll have to put a lot of glue, okay? Because the pom-poms need a lot of glue in order to stick. And then we must give it time to dry, okay? So let me get finished with this side. Crunch, 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 and tap, tap, tap. And again, crunch, 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 and tap, tap, tap. And again, crunch, 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 tap, 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 until I get to the bottom. And don't worry if the glue dries out a little bit before you get to the bottom. Just add a little more glue. Just add a little more. It's okay. Yeah, just add a little more. And this, of course, adults, is great, great fine motor practice, building up the strength, strengthening those little or small muscles in their hands and their wrists. So this is great practice. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I want to take this apart because there's 2 pieces. Let's see if I can get it. Yay, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. I think I can use another piece. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. Let's see. I can use 2 more. How about that? Oh, here's one. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. I have a little space here. Let's add a little glue in there. And crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. And tap, tap, tap. Oh, I think I'm done. I'll add a little bit here because I had some room. And now for my line that goes across in the middle, guess what? I'm going to add pom-poms in the middle. So remember, we need a lot of glue in order to use the pom-poms. So I'm going to put a lot of glue in the middle. I'm going to go around and around and around. I'm making circles with my glue. Circle, circle, circle. See that? Now I can see a lot of glue there. And I'm ready to put some pom-poms. A lot of glue. Only because I'm using stick glue. You need a lot. With the liquid glue, you might not need as much. But with the stick glue, we definitely need a lot. Okay, so I'm using my pom-poms now. Now, how do I pick up the pom-poms? I take these 2 little fingers, or even 3, and squeeze and pick it up. And then tap, tap, tap. Squeeze it. Pick it up and tap, tap, tap. Squeeze. Tap, tap, tap. Squeeze. Tap, tap, tap. And let me get another big one. Squeeze. Uh-oh, I went all purple. Tap, tap, tap. Squeeze. And tap, tap, tap. All right, I'm going to press down because I want those pom-poms to stick. Go down, go down, go down. All right, I think my pom-poms are on. Look at that. Ooh, I think I can add a few pieces of tissue paper here at the top. I would take a little bit of glue. I do that. I put a little glue on my finger because it helps me to pick up the tissue paper. Look at that. It makes it easier to pick up the tissue paper. So I'm just going to put a few pieces here at the top. Yeah, just a few at the top. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, I think that's perfect. I have some more room here. I want to cover as much as I can of my letter A. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And tap, tap, tap. All right, my friends, I think I'm almost finished. I think I can add a little piece down here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tap, tap, tap. Woo! I can use that. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And tap, tap, tap. All right, now I can use this last piece I have right here. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, my friends, look at this. I think I'm finished. Whoa! I'm going to close my glue because when I'm finished with the glue, I like to close it so it doesn't dry out and put it to the side. Ooh, now look at all of my letter A's. All of the letter A's I completed. Look at this. Wow! I decorated 1, 2, 3 uppercase A's. How did you do? Are you still working? If you're still creating and working on decorating your letter A, keep on going. I hope you're having fun with this activity. I can't wait to see some of your letter A's. Don't forget to share, share, share. Who remembers what sound does letter A make? Oh, A says ah. A says ah. That's right. Astronaut. Apple. Alligator. Letter A. We did it. Thank you, friends, for joining me for another Circle Time. I hope you enjoyed today's table activity. I'll see you next week for another Circle Time, and I'll meet you here at the table because we'll be doing another table activity next week. I can't wait. All right, everyone, have a great day and enjoy creating and decorating your letter A. Don't forget to share. I'm on Instagram at Monica J. Sutton and at Circle Time with Miss Monica. See you soon. Bye. Boop, 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 boop. Circle time makes learning fun. Circle time makes learning fun. Circle time makes learning fun. Come sing and dance